In this video, we're going to learn how to pick up stitches for the sleeve. The example we have here is puff sleeve top made with big cotton yarn. So when you're done picking up for the shoulder and for the side seam, you have to count down the rows so that you know where exactly you're going to start your pickup. If you see that you seamed your side a little bit too far, you can just undo it. We will be picking up every other row. So when you find that place where you're going to start your pickup, I recommend marking it with a stitch marker or just a piece of string. This way you don't get confused. Then always count again the number of rows on both sides. And then we're going to use a second stitch marker for the opposite panel. So we get our yarn ready, and what we like to do is when you take the tail end of yarn, we like to tie it, we like to just tie it to the garment. That way it's more secure. You can always untie it later when you're done. And cotton yarn is a little bit more slippery, so that gives you a lot more control. So find that first stitch, you pick up, yarn over, and pull the yarn through. Then find that next, so we're skipping a row. So basically what you're doing, you find those little bumps that mark every other row, and that's where you insert the needle. So in, yarn over, and pull it through. Next one in, yarn over, pull it through. This will give you a secure connection. So an alternative would be to knit up your sleeve separately and then attach it to the garment, and we prefer to pick up first, and then once you're done picking up, you can knit your sleeve. So just keep going all the way around on both panels. When you hit your second stitch marker, before you start knitting, make sure you have the right number of stitches. So you count the stitches. When you've confirmed that the number of stitches is correct, we can connect our round, our first round, and start knitting. At this point, you don't need the stitch markers. You can take them out. This way you just have, you don't have so many things going on to make you confused. So this way just looks a little bit cleaner. So, and that long tail from that's left over from seaming, you can just leave it there for now. You can deal with it when you're ready to weave in all ends. And we connect the first round in, yarn over, pull it through. So for this particular garment, it will just be a knit stitch. So from here on, we're just knitting. This is just regular knit. If you're working on a different pattern, you would pick up the stitches in exactly the same way, but maybe the pattern calls for a different stitch once you start knitting. Maybe it's a seed stitch or a rib. So here it just happens to be knit.